All right, Shalom Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, Agri Millstone, men who teach and rule well, the men who taught us this truth, and peace and blessings be unto you, fellow Akim, your brothers, that also push out this word in truth, faith, and in sincerity. And I don't know to in this lesson, I'm going to be focusing on the word love and the action behind it, because it's just being inspired off of this week alone. I just came across the word, and I was just thinking about how the world in itself has its own their own truths, or canon in this case, their own truths on the definition of love. And it's funny because just before recording, I just googled the definition for love, the Google definition, and it says pretty much an intense feeling of deep affection. Which that's pretty much, it's very, it's kind of broad when it comes to dealing with the scriptures, because again, the world has this, romanticized view of love, thinking upon like romance, or the love that, a man might have for his pet dog, right? But this word love is what? It's a verb, meaning it's a word of action. And according to the scriptures, it's very, very different from what we know here in not only Babylon, but really as well as the rest of the world, man. All right. So I'm gonna start off with Romans 13. Romans 13. I have a handful of scriptures, so I don't know I just read through some of them. Lord's willing to be edifying. This is Romans 13:8. It says, "Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law." 9th verse. And because we have to remember also that who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, whose real name in the Hebrew is Hamashiach Yahushai, the Anointed. We understand that when he came, especially in the New Testament, you're going to see a lot of that L word, love. All right, and you best believe it's a very strong word, because not every, and this truth, we understand that the love that we have towards our parents, the love that we have towards of course our women, all right, it's very, very different from the same love that we're going to show towards another man of the Lord, all right, another brother in the faith. All right, it's totally different, because although you may have an actual affection towards a brother, of course, as we're supposed to, really, to fellowship and all that. Beyond that, things like open rebuke. That's why King David said, "Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness unto me." Loosely paraphrasing, because we understand that when you love our brother, not only are you fulfilling a commandment, you're also saving that man's life and making sure that he's on the right track, right? And that's also why Yahushua himself, all right, said that this is one of the two greatest commandments, all right, to love the Lord with all thine heart, to fear the Lord with all thine heart, right, and to love his neighbor. All right, 9th verse, it says, "For this thou shalt not," I'm gonna skip down. 10th verse, it says, Romans 13:10, "Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep." Yeah, so verse 10 was the point. So it said, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. And we know that for a fact, obviously, when sometimes when the scriptures say neighbor, it is of course strictly speaking upon who? The Israelites. And more specifically now, and this time more than ever, like I said in verse 11, I didn't read the whole thing. Now it is the high time. All right, we're in the midst of 2023. All right, near the ending of the year, hopefully that all prophecy comes to pass. Of course, to edify is still a duty that we must uphold. All right, beyond watching, we also have to watch our flock. All right, to watch our flock doesn't just include checking in on brothers, even though that speaks volume. All right, but I'm talking about also showing that love. All right, the same love that we would show Yahushua himself. I guarantee we would show the man himself, the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, the man literally responsible, all right, for the opportunity that has been given unto us to even reach the Heavenly Father. All right, you best believe that we're gonna kiss the Son, as it says in Psalms Psalms 1 or Psalms 2. All right, kiss the Son lest he be angry, because you best believe this is a commandment. All right, and therefore love, verse 10, this is therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. Because with doing so, with showing love to your brother in the faith, you're gonna pretty much do anything that is required of you to do, reminding the brother that he has certain limits to certain pleasures of life, telling him that doing certain haircuts is not upright within the law, reminding him of the law in general, right? Watching out for him, because the thing is, if you don't do these things, you're pretty much likened unto a father that is not chastising his son as a father should and would be doing. Because a father would chastise his son whenever he makes mistakes, which is bound to happen in this truth and as well as in life. It's supposed to, because those things garner experience. Actually, as a matter of fact, that's actually where I'm gonna go next. This is Ephesians 3:19. It says, "And to know the love of Yahushai, which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of the Most High." And that's literally the definition of love. Whenever you're speaking or reading into the scriptures, that's the scriptural definition of love. It's the passing of knowledge, and not just knowledge, but also the knowledge that the Lord has given you. All right, throughout your walk in this faith. All right, you yielded the peaceable fruits of righteousness that you received from your different trials and tribulations, and which is still ongoing. As the scriptures say, well, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, which is a constant thing. All right, that's why we're constantly reserved, we're constantly guarded. But all the while, the Lord has it to where the Lord gives us a spirit to be calm and collected. But nevertheless, the love with that passive knowledge, you get that from your own different trials and tribulations. And then again, that love, that action, that verb, all right, you do it by feeding your lambs, feeding your just feeding your akim, that the things that is needful for us. All right, and you best believe I've seen it, even with my own eyes. All right, how what's that? This is in Proverbs 27:5. I have it written. This is Proverbs 27:5. It says, "Open rebuke is better than secret love." You see? So, again, not all things how people expect it to be, like I mentioned before, how this world has a romanticized view of it. And when I say romanticized, of course, I'm also saying that again, the love that a man has for his woman is completely different, even though it mirrors almost exactly and perfectly as a man would have love. When you look at the relationship between the nation of Israel and the Lord, it's almost the mirroring of the same. All right, there's gonna be those rocky moments, but nevertheless, that rebuke, that exhortation, that edification is all needed. All right, it's all there for the reason of being to be filled. All right, that you might be filled with the fullness of the Most High, man. All right, it's not for no reason that Yahushua just said that's one of the most greatest commandments. All right, the most greatest 2 commandments. All right, so this is in James 1:22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." Right. So to be a doer of the word, meaning what? You're not just being a cheerleader. You're actually just putting in the work. All right, offering your bodies and your time as living sacrifice. All right. Same way how you're supposed to dedicate your time also to fellowship, and again, relating back to the woman, also spending time with that woman, all right, and showing actual love and care and affection. Of course, Akim discern all right, when it comes down to these certain topics, all right, but also the love there, the love here. All right, it's funny because this word may seem so simple, but it's really a strong verb, like I said before. All right, it's a strong word. All right, because the Lord, even the Lord himself, takes us very seriously, because we're going to be likened unto friends. All right, friends, which is more than servants. All right, because as of right now, we're just servants, but as of right now, in this moment, all right, we're doing things that exactly how the Lord commanded us to do, all right, before he left. All right, this is John 21:15. It says, "So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these?" And I'm gonna read to verse 17. It says, "He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua saith unto him, Feed my sheep. All right. So, for edification's sake, of course, Yahushua said it thrice, 3 times, not only to show the gravity and the seriousness of the situation, which is to legitimately feed his lambs, meaning just do the work, be out to the highways and hedges, actually compel his people to come in, gather the fruit, gather the flock. All right. Now, beyond that, if you notice, Yahushua wasn't, of course, Yahushua does know, Yahushua knew his men. Of course, he knew that they loved him. But as a point, for this account, Yahushua wasn't really, not ignoring, but, in other words, he wasn't taking what he said as an answer, because he was just saying it. Lord, I love thee. Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. But nevertheless, Yahushua made that point. It's through the actions. And as that classic quote in the world, actions speak louder than words. All right, and it's true. There's actually a point. Me and my other blood brother in the faith, we actually had it to where, over the time, we actually would push that vibration out there and say, that we love one another. But there was actually a point where we just kind of there was kind of a halt, and we just said to ourselves, let's actually go beyond the bounds. Let us show and speak with our actions more than we do with our words, because it pushes that vibration to a T, always. And it's the same thing with the Lord. The Lord looks in the inward parts. But to say something, because you can always deceive somebody. Of course. Even with a woman in the world, they can tell you that they love you, but does she really love you? Of course not. Case by case. If a man of the Lord can say that to you one day, and then the next day get casted off from the flock. Actions speak louder than words. And be a doer of the word and not a hearer only. So I don't know to I'm ended off with this. This is John 15:12. It says, This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man. So let me read it again. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And that's exactly what Yahushua did as well. All right. He committed the greatest action of love, the greatest action of heroism. All right. To legitimately be, to live his life pure, right? To be that lamb without blemish, and to literally lay down his life for the whole nation, in which he knew himself that the majority wasn't even going to hearken in the latter time. But nevertheless, he did it for the Heavenly Father, for Yahweh himself. That is probably the most. It's actually beyond words to even comprehend the action that Hamashiach Yahushua did himself. All right, not even the whole world. What's that? Even the Christian, the Christian cult. All right, that the world knows as Jesus. All right, not even them, to a certain extent, can't even comprehend the things that he really did that day. All right, and did during his time. Excuse me. So he committed the greatest action of love, and now here it is. 2,000 years later, we're now pretty much following in his footsteps, doing the same thing and mirroring what Yahushua has done. All right, a man of great love, and that's actually what the scriptures really just entail. That's why that's why it was so pushed amongst pretty much in all the gospels, man. All right, it says verse 14, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. And that's another thing also. Even the word friend in the scriptures is totally different to what you have now. Because in today, what's a friend usually in the lamest terms? It's just a man that you mess with. You probably like the same music, probably like the same shows, But are you guys really friends? Hell no. Hell no. At one point he might speak ill of you behind your back. He might just put it out there, a man that has an evil eye towards his neighbor, because we understand the curses are still out here, they're still in effect. All right, and of course I'm talking about a man that's in the world. Again, the world has a twisted view of every single one of these beautiful words, and titles. It says, ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant For the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. That's right. And Yahushua did indeed let us know what's going to be coming to those that love him. All right, the kingdom of heaven. All right, and everything else, and all the beauty and that comes with it, all the possessions that we're going to possess, that's going to be beautified. All those things the Lord had pretty much revealed on us. Not all things, mind you, because we're not going to be able to comprehend what that's going to be waiting for us. All right, to those that wait for him and those that love him. Loosely paraphrasing. All right, you see, it's at the end, it all comes full circle. We just what? Hey, kiss the son lest you be angry. Meaning what? Show love. Show love. So Allah's will, this video was edifying and exhorting. I don't know. With that, I'm going to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Makakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. I'm going to teach and rule well. And peace and blessings be unto you, fellow Akim, your brothers that also push out this word and truth, sincerity, and in faith. Shalom.